Hey viewers, so this is the third part of modal auxiliaries, okay? Yes, this is something big, something, something which has a huge portion of grammar in it to understand. That is why I'm taking very few at a times in a slide. We will understand it slowly. Again, I'm saying it. We are just here for the information, and definitely the practice, the use of this grammar will help us master this soon, okay? In future, in near future, okay? So, we were talking about shall, should, will, and would. Okay. So, we have already heard about shall, should, and will. Now, in this particular slide of modal auxiliary, we are talking about would, must, and ought to. Okay. The modal auxiliaries. Now, when we are talking about would, in a statement, if you're using would, it states a preference, request a choice politely, explain an action, or introduce habitual past actions. Okay. So, see in the examples, you can find these statements. I would like coffee, please. Preferences. And basically, when you use polite statements, you use the word please with it. Okay. Would you like to have tea instead of coffee? It's a request, okay, making a polite choice. I would attend the wedding if I didn't have to overwork today. This is a statement where it is explaining an action, okay? He would walk with me every day to the garden. See, these are habitual past actions which you're sharing in a statement, okay? Now, using of must. In a statement expresses obligation, logical conclusions, and certainty. Like, we must be hygienic after using washrooms. Okay. So, this is an obligation that we must do. He must be very tired. He's been working all day long. So, these are logical conclusions that obviously, if one works a long day, they get tired. Okay. And suppose you lose or won a match if you are playing it. So these are logical conclusion. Now ought to expresses uncertain obligation, advice, logical conclusion. And the examples are, I ought to complete this work by today. This is an uncertain. Maybe I can complete it, but I want to do it. But maybe I can complete it or maybe I cannot. Okay. You ought to revise your lessons. These are kind of advices. You should revise your lessons. You ought to revise your lessons. Okay. So I hope with modal auxiliaries part 1, part 2 and part 3 you will save it. You will do the references part in future also, and slowly with the practice and with coming across these words, these modal auxiliaries in near future, you will definitely master this, and this will definitely ease with English to you. Okay. All the best. I'm definitely coming up with daily conversations and some good part of usual grammar portion also, okay, in future. So all the best. Do not forget to subscribe and like the channel. And I hope you are being consistent, you're being focused and in discipline to learning English. All the best, dear enthusiastic English learners.